Guten Abend. I was just listening to a podcast where the host was interviewing two authors of a very interesting book by the sounds of it. I haven't read it, but from their description, it sounds very interesting. It's called The Colour of North. And it's a book about proteins. I would love to read it sometime, but that's not the reason why I'm making this video. So one of the two authors, Maggie Fink, in her answer to one of the questions she was asked, she just said one particular sentence which kind of struck me, and I want to very quickly add my own thoughts to this. She said, a lot of the public, a lot of people who don't consider themselves scientists, see science as very scary, and that's partly scientists' fault for, not making people feel like they're free to ask questions without being seen as stupid. And I, as hopefully scientist, depending on the definition of the word, I, as someone who learns science and who hopes to study science more in future, and potentially you could call me a scientist, I want to do my part this evening by, announcing to the three of you who will watch this that if I ever talk about literally anything scientific and you have a question, I will never consider that question stupid. Please always ask me. I guarantee, even if it seems like the most basic question, even if it's like GCSE biology or, lower level than that, even if it's a question that's that kind of level, in response to, I don't know, if I've been talking about something I'm interested in that's like, cutting edge research in an advanced lab or something like that, I guarantee I will always want to talk about whatever I'm science, biology. Me making this video is not going to change the entire world's perception of whether science is scary or not. I'm not expecting that to happen, but I thought, I have the opportunity to at least clarify to my friends and whoever happens to watch this video that there are plenty of us in the general field of science, in biology, in STEM, who are always happy to answer questions, who like it when people show an interest in whatever we're talking about, and if there are scientists who, if you've had an experience where you asked a question and someone made you feel stupid for it, that's 100% their fault. They shouldn't be making you feel stupid, and it absolutely doesn't mean that you are stupid. Asking questions is the best thing you can do for learning. It's a very non-stupid thing to do, to ask a question. The opposite of stupid, I guess, theoretically, is knowledge. How do you think people with knowledge got that knowledge? By asking questions. What do you think a scientist's job is? It's to ask questions. Asking questions is never stupid, and it makes me very annoyed that there are scientists and other people in the world who make people feel like that is the case. PSA over. What am I even saying? PSA, is that the word? PSA over.